Hello, hello. This is Captain Karis Dadalin, and this is attempt number 3 at trying to record Star Wars Squadrons for a speedrun because OBS keeps dropping all my frames. And although speedrunners love to save frames, I actually like them to show up in the recording if possible. Anyways, due to the frustration of even trying to capture this, I probably do a shorter intro than I was planning. But first, I'd like to introduce myself. If you see the golden chonky wolf in the artwork to the left of the game, that is me, Karis. Um, I am a disabled vet. I'm a bit on the chonkier side. I have a body type more matching Jack Porkins than I do Wedge, but I like to pretend that I'm Wedge. And I think that works out pretty well. The cute little blue fox is my mate and husband, Duffin Capris, and he is my communications officer and my commander, and he always has been supportive of me in my speedrunning and other ventures. So, my goal for the speedrun is to try to get up some of my confidence that I can appear on stream or on webcam and, speak with a little bit more let's say pizzazz than I have been for let's say maybe the past 4 years. We'll save the heavier stuff for the game, but just a quick peek at my career. I usually play solo. I don't have a lot of friends that play this, so I do dogfight because I can carry the team in dogfight. But I've won matches of dogfight alone. I tend to go with the interceptors. The interceptors are my favorite ships in the game. I love the A-wing. I love the TIE interceptor. I have more Imperial playtime in dogfight than I do New Republic because I always hit random, but I prefer the New Republic. Uh, but anyways, other than that, let's try to jump right in. What I'll be doing today is all Squadron's main missions. So we'll be starting at mission 1, form the Vanguard, and we'll be finishing at last flight of the Starhawk. When the screen fades to black at the end of this, after the last hyperspace jump, that's game over, and the timer will start as I select mission 1, form the Vanguard. I actually kind of need to concentrate in some of the menus because I need to pay attention to the prompts for skipping and getting past stuff. I love the story of this game, but for a speedrun, you're not going to hear a lot of it, so you might not know what's going on. But I'll try to talk about what's happening in the game and explain what I'm doing and making the choices that I am as I go best I can. Like I said, this has been a rough game to try to record, so I'm trying my best. And this is the first time I've actually spoken, I think, on a speed run, probably in like 6 or 7 months or so. So let's count down 3, 2, 1, and go. And I think I did that pretty well. So yeah, I'm trying to get my confidence up. I am a bit of a fighter pilot, or a mech pilot, or even a submarine captain. Uh, those have been the games that I've been speedrunning so far. I prefer the simulation style games, um, which I think is really interesting in speedrunning. That every gamer has what they are good at, and that's awesome. You know, uh, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's really cool that like Sonic Fox is such a BAMF at fighting games. I could never do that. I'm not much of a fighting game guy. My husband plays. Duffin plays a bunch of like Binding of Isaac. He does Minecraft, Subnautica, and I actually don't even have a brain for that at all. Well, looks like I almost froze up the game already, so let's try not to do that. Sometimes if you go too fast, you can actually break the game in other ways. So I am trying to go quick, but then things like that happen where it grabs the wrong person. Well, it doesn't look like I'm having too many frame drops on the recording. And Frisk is one of my favorite characters. I like him. He's a cool guy. Gunny, she's cool. I like that Kyo uses they them pronouns. I actually didn't even introduce my own. I go by he him. That's what you want to say. If you prefer they them, that works too. Uh, I like that Star Wars EA are opening up a bit more to be a bit more inclusive. And if you don't like that, you're probably not going to enjoy the rest of the stream. Like straight up, just being fair to you. If you already didn't turn off the stream because there's a couple of furries there in the corner, then consider watching the rest of the way. This is a pretty fun game. Oh, good. OBS is starting to capture my aileron rolls without crashing, so that's a good sign. Oh, by the way, this is an aileron roll. Star Fox calls it a barrel roll. Um, I'm not going to give Star Fox any guff because, Peppy's cool. I don't care what anyone says. Peppy's awesome. And, but this is an aileron roll, not a barrel roll. If I was kind of altering a bit more and flying like in a spiral corkscrew and not just spinning in place forward, that would be a barrel roll. The reason that those kind of terminologies always bug the heck out of me. Okay, are you good? All right. I hope I didn't turn down the desktop audio too low that you can't hear. But if I did, sorry. Let's see. You can see that my speed is locked to 88. I should be flying a lot faster. Mm, Unfortunately, they're not. I love Frisk's little growl. They get like the little like throat garbles in it. It's cute. Um, I've got this targeted so that as soon as it's available, I'll start scanning it. I believe somewhere around here the Empire is going to show up. We'll shoot them down real quick. If you get too far ahead of some of the AI, the game will actually lock up. And it is possible to actually kill the enemies too fast and lock the game. That happened my last run. But as I was checking some of the footage, I realized I was dropping so many frames it probably wouldn't be accepted. So I'm trying with a new setup. There we go. Woo. Okay, I'm doing better time-wise than I was the first time, so maybe it's a blessing in disguise. I am running this on PC and Windows 7. I think I was explaining that before. I speedrun a lot of games, some of them that are older, and it's difficult to figure out how to get some of those old games to run. So I have been saving my PC from Windows 10. I understand that's not the smartest decision, but I try not to do anything that'll screw it up too badly, being so far out of date. Oh, that's the thing. Part of me is forgetting some of the what I said last run or this run. Okay. Okay, that should be it. Nope, that guy. If you notice when the throttle does that boop 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 noise, that's your optimal turning speed. Your optimal turning speed. I want to say like think of your starfighter like a car. If you're not moving at all, it's really hard to turn. You know, like you can't turn a car without giving it some gas. But um, if you're going too fast, you can't take a sharp turn. So that's why my turn rate is actually faster when I'm at my middle speed. But sometimes you just want raw speed, like right now. And that's the thing to kind of keep in mind when you're playing a game like this. Like you always want to be moving. You never want to sit still for any length of time, especially in multiplayer. Okay. This difficulty level is a bit easy for me. Admittedly, I'd probably would be playing on Ace in normal condition. Ah, Gunny, come on. I probably would be playing on Ace even for casual playthroughs because that's kind of what I need to challenge. But I'm also trying to go fast. So even if these enemies aren't really a challenge for me, um, this is a really good way to learn how to play the game because you can, when you're playing on the story mode difficulty, there's less. I mean, obviously, like you can do what I'm doing. I'm kind of playing recklessly. Like that would have killed me for sure on regular on even regular difficulty. I probably should have been charging my blasters a bit more. Well, should be pretty good for the rest of this. Because I am paying attention to how much damage I'm taking. But on this difficulty, it is actually hard for the enemy to destroy you. And your allies will automatically send you uh, patch ups and heal your ship if you're on story difficulty. But there is a time limit on that. Like, you can't just keep requesting them. So I am paying attention to how often I can get repaired. See resupply available in the top left corner. I'm not much of a drinker, but I would have a Shirley Temple at the cantina. Well, this looks to be about the same schedule time I was keeping with the other two runs. There's a lot of waiting, a lot of anytime you're escorting someone, anytime you're doing things like that, it's hard to find time skips besides like skipping the cutscenes, skipping dialogue, skipping the briefing, and flying fast. Just fly quickly and do the mission objectives and ignore secondary or special objectives. There is a lot of good dialogue in this. Like I said, I like Keo. Frisk is a cool guy. I like that Varco Gray for the Imperials is gay and has a husband. I think that's really cool and really progressive for EA to do. And, the thing is, all those characters existed in Star Wars before, at least in the canon, so they just weren't talked about. And that's kind of it's important for, people of all kinds of different backgrounds to have heroes they can look up to or want to pretend to be or role play. So, uh, games being more inclusive is only a good thing. And like I said, if you don't like it, I don't know how to tell you anything different, but whatever. I love this game. This is probably the best game I have played in the last 4 or 5 years. Really, it. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to get a lot of kills right there. This is actually one of my favorite maps for multiplayer as well. Okay. There's So if you get sick or air sick at all, and you're looking at the screen, especially when I'm doing these, just look away from the screen for a little bit. Okay. There we go. The breach point is right here, by the way. I gotta blow it up. But, ow. You see, the slower you fly, the easier of a target you are. Now, admittedly, on this difficulty setting, it's kind of guiding some of my lasers a little bit more than I normally would have. That actually does still speed things up. I know that wasn't a main, that was a secondary objective, but still. On ace difficulty, your shots do shoot a little bit more straight. They get a little bit guided less towards the target, but fundamentally the gameplay doesn't change. This is another example of Wedge being really behind the game. Come on, dude. You fly fast. So right now we are capturing a Star Destroyer for Project Starhawk, because we're going to build it out of used up Star Destroyers. So while those guys plan to steal the Star Destroyer, let's come over here where I know a carrier will show up. Quasar. Yep. I like that you're at Yavin, like the actual Yavin now. The big gas giant, and that's what you're flying through. So there's no cover. There we go. Jeez. Oh, I think he got stuck. Okay. I'm speed restricted again. Probably because this is a cutscene, sort of. Can't really skip it though because it's in game. I will admit that this level freaked me out when I was playing on Ace because I was like, man, getting through one carrier was a heck of a thing. Getting through three would have been rough. So I will say, like, even if you're a great player, play this on Ace and it'll humble you. Okay. Oh yeah, this is the A-wing mission, and A-wings are my favorite. I like to fly fast. Unfortunately, this has just a little bit of a loadout change really quick. Not just because it's the tutorial, but the rockets are amazing for DPS. Um, but I like the standard cannons for their range. Standard cannons have a range of 1,000 units. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be meters or what. Um, I'm not really good with math in my head. Uh, but feel like 1,500, like you see, like the units being counted down. Obviously, that's a distance, but yeah, I don't know why they got. Yeah, no, don't run away. There we go. I don't really need to do that. I just like to shoot down TIE fighters. They sound cool when they explode. Uh, and they're going to be launching shuttles. Now, I don't want to target anything else but the shuttles for a moment because that's all that really counts for the time. Oh, where was he? Ah, almost got away. So that's the problem. Your allies and all. I mean, your allies aren't useless. Catch them in between here. Oop, ow. Okay. It really is hard to deal damage to capital ships in an interceptor. I think if you destroy these fast enough, you can go help out with the capital ships, though. It's not necessarily infinite enemies. Well, I'm not trying to shoot that. Yeah. Okay, got them both. Whew, that was good timing. Now we do the drift, and we pull a Top Gun and buzz the tower, the bridge of the Star Destroyer. I'll try to do it right the first time. We'll see. I usually don't use drifts that often. I'll make sure I line it up right. You can. And just like that. And that's why I like Frisk. He's a cool guy. Um, Unfortunately, yeah, there is a lot of waiting, or because there's no real way to speed up stuff like that. And sadly, if you go too fast, sometimes you can actually destroy targets before they were meant to be destroyed, and that'll break up the rest of the game. Boom. Uh, Working in aircraft maintenance, I've seen that a lot. Turn it on, expect it to work. Oh man, what happened? But yeah, since there's a lot of waiting and stuff, I guess I can talk a little bit about the heavier stuff sometime, like a little bit. I don't want to be a downer or anything, but that the kind of the goal of this, my objective in speedrunning, is really just to regain some like personal confidence because let's say 2016, the second to last year I was in the Navy. I did have a bit of a life-threatening accident, and it changed perspective on a lot of things. Uh, I'm definitely a bit less aggressive than I used to be, although I have a heck of a lot of fun blowing up bad guys. Um, but as proud as I was of the military service, I didn't really like a lot of the toxic masculinity of it. Some of the violence first attitude that some of my superiors had. And I think I was just unlucky with a toxic command to start off the bat. Um, I'll never say anything bad about other people serving how they do, um, or people who are against military action. You do you. That's kind of my thought process on all of it. But yeah, that's my goal, is to kind of regain some confidence, because part of my accident made it difficult to maintain my weight. And when I look at my old speed runs and I'm on camera, and I look at my face and I hear my voice, I'm not really happy with it. Uh, it's not what I wanted, obviously. No one wants to have a life-threatening accident. But I would say with the experience of it, it kind of helps. It kind of helped in a way to gain perspective on what things matter and what things don't. And said I enjoy games, and I want to show other people how to have fun with these games too. But ultimately, they're just games. Don't take it too personal, or like, obviously my objective right now is to try to beat the world record, which is about 2 hours and 40 minutes or so. But even if I beat the world record, that doesn't make me better than the previous holder. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means that I managed to find a way to get through this game a little faster temporarily. Anyone can take the record back at any time. And records don't necessarily mean much beyond what they're worth. A record's a record, but ultimately it's just a record. Uh, I enjoy competition, I think, but especially after you have an event like that, it's hard to make more of things than what they are. Uh, uh, Ultimately, a record for a video game isn't the biggest deal. I kind of feel the same way about people who complain about their McDonald's orders or whatever. I mean, if you need a diet soda, that's kind of important to, get one, instead of a sugared one, so you don't get hurt. But um, ultimately, if you get pickles and you didn't really want pickles, if you if you have a problem, you can complain about it. You can try to get it fixed, but respect the people doing stuff. Everybody's important. That sort of thing. I don't want to sound soapboxy on just mission 3, but just trying to let anyone watching this video where my mindset is, where my brain is. Uh, these actually do take a lot out of me, and that's the, I guess, the surprising thing for some people is, oh, you're a vet, you must be a tough guy. I mean, you know, you make fun of my size, and I'm probably gonna be, my feelings are gonna be hurt pretty easy. We all have different strengths and weaknesses, so I enjoy the challenge of this, but it's the journey, not the destination. If I don't break any world records, it's kind of just as important as if I do, because the goal isn't the record. The goal is to just regain your confidence. So uh, that's kind of where my mind is at. I like the Rebels more, the New Republic in this game more, but Shen is a cool character. He's grafted to his suit. Von Reg, super uh, anger issues, but she's awesome. I like Gray of Titan Squadron. I'm glad that they included him. I actually like all the characters of both Titan and Vanguard, but I just like being a good guy a little bit better. Although I started with TIE Fighter. TIE Fighter was the first game that I think I ever got addicted to as a kid. I love that one. And it's still kind of unique. Well, TIE Fighter in this game as well, in that you're playing as an Imperial character, at least partially, and you play through this whole game as Imperial. You're not an Imperial who turns into a good guy. You are straight up Imperial the whole time. I forget the name of the video, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, I think you could just look up TIE Fighter anime on you could look that up on YouTube, and there's a brilliant anime that was made by a single artist. Oh, you see that flash in the center of the screen like that? That is me shunting power. That's the special ability that you have as Empire. You can quickly shift your energy from either blasters to engines, and you can also push them back too. Okay. I really didn't need to do that. Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm getting another one of those bugs. The screen has darkened, and I'm not sure why it won't go back to normal. Kind of like it's giving me a tutorial. I don't know if I should restart at checkpoint or just keep finishing it. It is confusing me now that I can't see very well. Uh, well, uh, okay. That's going to lose me a little bit of time, but there we go. That's a lot better than needing to deal with that blackout the whole rest of the level. Restart from checkpoint does count as a death if you're trying to get the medal. because they all fly in straight lines, it's really easy to get them. I mean, admit they fly a lot better on Ace or uh, any of the higher difficulties, but this is more about trying to see how fast you can get all the fighters down, not necessarily how difficult it is. But I would definitely recommend if you're new to flight simulation games to play on lower difficulties. It's one of the reasons I brought up my perspective because some players of games seem to be a little bit toxic in their mindset, thinking that, oh, play on the hardest. That's what the cool kids do. But I mean, okay, what's better? To not play a game or to play it on the easier difficulty? You know, I'm just saying. It just makes more sense to just play with what you can, you know? Um, and then after you learn it easier, then you can do more difficult things. That's the thing. I was able to destroy all those guys in a couple seconds, but someone else might not be. But if they play on easy, they can learn, and then they can go from easy to pilot, and then pilot to veteran, and then from veteran to ace. I mean, that just seems kind of no duh obvious, and yet uh, ah, there are so many people that make that argument of, oh, let's only play on the hardest. Well, I would disagree with them, to put it politely. Play on whatever difficulty you want to, and I'm just saying I guess I have a little bit of authority to say that. I mean, I try not to say that I'm right and other people are wrong, but if people are arguing to not have fun, well, they're wrong. Uh, do whatever you can to have fun, and playing a game on easy doesn't hurt anybody. Now, I don't know why. I just like spinning, to be honest. This will still take about the same amount of time either way. So when I get bored and I have to just wait, it's like, let's try it while we're spinning. That might make it a little harder. I like that you, when you fly through debris like that, you get the sound too. Like I said, in ace difficulty, I would have been destroyed several times over, but almost done with this level. Okay, ours. Was a pretty quick deceleration there. Duffin just came back in. I was trying to get this finished way earlier, but OBS wanted to be a little problematic. Okay, 47 minutes in, and mission 5, I think. Oh, yeah, this is the mission I had to restart on. So, we'll see. If I get stuck, I'll have to restart from checkpoint. I accidentally destroyed enemy fighters too fast in the last playthrough. Let's see, why can I use that again? Okay. So in this mission, you do have to start shooting other Imperials in a way. hmm You know, I will say that that's probably one of the reasons why I like the good guys just a little bit more. I mean, knowing my luck, I would probably be assigned to Captain Amos's command. Uh, I would say it's probably not that different from FRC. Okay. Like I said, I don't want to go too fast and break the game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, see, don't worry about your records, or you'll be too much like that guy. There we go. Okay. 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 Wish shuttles move faster. I guess just have to wait for them to finally pull in. But yeah, the whole Captain Amos shooting the missiles, worried about a record. Eh, that's probably the kind of stories that make me not so crazy about wanting to really be Imperial. Said I don't mind role playing for certain games or certain universes. I don't mind being an orc in 40K or whatever, but got stuck a little. Have to just wait for these guys to go, and it's so boring. Now, this mission is basically over. That's why I'm so bored. They're going to request that we go help Captain Amos, but it ends about the way you would expect. I did get a lot of dialogue skipped, but luckily it was right at the point where I wouldn't lock the game, because that can happen too. I think you're supposed to be farther away, because you can kind of see that the frigate isn't that close. Okay, so about an hour in, and I'm about halfway. Aw, I wish I could talk to Frisk. Now, I don't like flying bombers. I know they're essential, especially in fleet battles, but I just don't enjoy the feel of them. Yeah, I disabled free look. I was accidentally clicking it before, and it gets problematic when you are trying to make really tight turns. So I disabled that from the controller, so I can't free look, but I don't really want to. Unfortunately, you cannot really super outrun the Corvette. Keo is a bit of a force sensitive. That's also one of the ways that they are able to kind of tell what's going to happen before it happens, or get some insights into stuff. Keo's a pretty cool character. I think the least developed is Grace, but it's still an interesting concept to come from a imperial family and join the rebellion instead. So we're kind of stuck flying with them for a while. You can't like leave. Oop. Okay, now I need to follow Gunny. Eh. Okay. I Okay. Almost around the whole station. Nah, that's okay. Oh, trying to beat the mission. Oh, nope, that's not. Am I stuck? Yeah, it looks like I'm stuck in a wall. There we go. That wouldn't have been a deathless run. There we go. And I think the exit's just ahead. Oh, that's what that looks like. Just give a look at the explosion. I don't want to be a cool guy and not look, you know. All right, so I think we're close. I mean, we're a little over halfway through, and we're about an hour and 8 minutes in. Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is the halfway point exactly. Okay. Yeah. Anytime I can choose, I'm gonna pick an A-wing. But this is the exact halfway point of the game. Okay. So if the aileron rolls make you dizzy, look away. Or like my trick to this is I look at the left targeting reticule and kind of unfocus my eyes to everything else. And that's how I don't get dizzy staring at the screen. Because I can just fly like this for a while. It does make it harder to control. But unfortunately, all we can do right now is wait for a bit. That's the thing. If some of these characters are from the Rebels cartoon, I actually haven't seen it yet. I probably should, considering how much fun Squadrons is. But I've heard that there's a lot of crossover, a lot of links. Vanguard Squadron's even mentioned in the show, so. Okay. Mm, there we go. Eh, ah, man, that was a weird turn. Yeah, some of them like to hide in the clouds, I noticed. Do Okay, there's not much to do besides take out fighters. Well, I don't know. We're probably gonna blow up a few before the campaign's over. It's not that big a deal. Oop. I probably could have just taken quick locks on this. At these difficulties, oh yeah, like this is basically time. I'm just kind of, we're just kind of counting down until that timer goes all the way down. Uh, Now this is a ridiculous amount of fighters to go through on some higher difficulties. Oh man, there we go. I was gonna say, oop, sound cut out for a sec. I will say, if I ever could find a group to play with, this is what I do. Uh, Not crash into asteroids, but I like to farm the AI plus go after enemy players. I prefer dogfighting a lot, like comparatively to going after the cap ships. There we go. And then you get to see the Starhawk, sort of, and then I skip. And now mission 8. So we're about an hour and 18 minutes in. Mission 8, doing pretty good. Nope, sorry, soul. Ooh, yeah, I get to use an interceptor. Oop, let me double check. I don't want seeker mines too. Right. There we go. Yeah, the interceptors have always been like my favorite ships. I do love the TIE Defender. Um, I just like the style of that ship, to be honest. Uh, Duffin got me a Lego TIE Defender, and I never actually got to build it. He got it for me at my first command for my birthday, and it's probably one of the coolest gifts I ever got, uh, other than like proposal gift, uh, Christmas of 2013. It's the thing. I'm a bit older. I am 32, and I guess that's another thing to kind of think about too. Is some of us are older and some of us are younger with a lot different life experiences. So we might express that differently in some ways. I guess. Like that's the thing. It probably does sound crazy for me to be nervous about showing my face on camera, but things like this actually help me build up my confidence a bit because I love this game. I love flying. Uh, oh yeah, I never actually explained why my name is Karis and not Karis, even though it's spelled like that. I was explaining it on one of my other recordings. That's why I'm a little scatterbrained. Uh, so I'm Karis instead of Karis because I'm from Kentucky and I say things wrong. Uh, you can just look at the city of Louisville, and that's how it's pronounced in Kentucky most frequently. And it's not spelled Louisville, but that's what we say. So even though my name is spelled Karis, I say Karis, and the reason for that is I was basing my name off of Icarus and Daedalus. Picked the wrong freighter. There we go. But I wanted my character to be named after Icarus and Daedalus because Icarus and Daedalus were at the Wright Pat Air Force Base. Icarus was, at least, as the symbol for test pilots. The and when I was a lot younger, I wanted to be a test pilot. One of my favorite few furry pilots of all time would have to be both Baloo and Don Carnage. They're amazing. I might be a little bit more piratish myself, and it's kind of where I got part of the color scheme for Karis himself. But that being said, um, I took the I out of Icarus. Okay, stop clicking. So I wanted to be a like I was saying, I wanted to be a test pilot. So initially, I did actually try to join the army to be an army aviator, but I kind of actually got kicked out of the army when Don't Ask, Don't Tell was still a thing, which wasn't fun at all. And I kind of owed the government about $82,000. Um, so my goal with enlisting was actually to get out of debt. That was my primary motivation to enlist. But um, I'm kind of proud of trying the best I did, and I'm proud of my service, that sort of thing. But I would say post that whole accident, I've gotten a lot less aggressive. Aside from hunting down starfighters, I still enjoy that a lot. But it's harder to get me angry. Um, my spouse and I also Stefan and I actually just kind of recovered from a bout of COVID too, and can't lie and say I was not a little disturbed by recent news. Like I there are some in the furry community who are not necessarily taking the pandemic as seriously as they should. Um, my husband has to go out and work. He's a network infrastructure analyst, so they need him. That he works for a distributor in the area, and we're assuming that's where he got it. But also, my younger brother works at a hospital, and so does our housemate. And you know, I only had mild symptoms, but that's kind of a scary thought to get COVID when I already have pretty bad lungs and breathing problems. So wasn't feeling too good about that, and that kind of gave me a scare. So I figured, well, you know what? I need to be a little bit more active and try to meet people, try to accomplish goals. Even with my disability and hormones the way they are, I managed to lose about 30 pounds since October, and I'm definitely proud of accomplishing that. October of last year, of 2020. Oh man, I almost got him. I actually destroyed these faster in my partial playthrough, I think. But yeah, I guess since we've got the time for it, um, if you're interested, if you've ever seen the show House, um, I think it was the last episode of season one, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. I don't actually watch it myself, but one of my doctors that I had actually told me about how the disability I have was actually on one of the episodes, so I checked it out. The episode is about some 13-year-old girl being super fat, and people making fun of her, even the doctors saying, "Oh, you need to stop being so fat." And it's actually a hormone condition where your stress hormones never kick off. And they discovered that after I nearly killed myself trying to lose weight, actually. I was eating about 1,100 calories a day, which is not fun. And when you're working out 2 or 3 hours or so a day and eating that little, it's actually kind of threatening to your health. And after about 2 weeks of doing that, I collapsed at work. Um, After an accident like that, not really an accident, more a medical emergency. But after having a kind of a scare like that for a stupid reason, it definitely changes perspective on a few things. So, while I do appreciate people saying thank you for your service and such, I don't necessarily feel all that important. I was really just an electrician. And I had some bad living conditions for a second, but so do people living in all over the world. This is why I took the rockets. Okay. Yep, should be. Okay. There we go. Skipped some of it. Okay. Okay. This one's not too bad. I'm. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. This one. Yeah, I'm just not crazy about the TIE bomber missions for the Empire, but anytime I can fly an interceptor is pretty good. This one, I think you're just trying to cause trouble at Yep, cause trouble at Mon Calamari. Moncala. Yep. Okay. Once I get speed up. Uh, I forgot that it was over there. Uh, I do like Shen is a pretty cool guy. I like him. That's why I like Gray. He actually is a good person, but very highly misguided if he thinks the Empire is good guys. Where's the next target? Oh, okay. And this shouldn't take too long either. Let me skip it. I think I've been skipping a lot. It does. The game sometimes does need time to catch up. See, that's the thing. Gray always asks. He does actually care. He's trying not to be a total jerk, but it's kind of hard when you're working for the bad guys. Ah, to run into the ship? Nope. Ah, did not want that to happen. Mm, we go. Okay, so that was pretty good time. With a few less of those crashes, probably could have gone faster, but it's not bad. Okay, an hour 40 in. Yeah, I don't like the TIE bomber mission that much. I think it's mostly for the opening. I've run into a bug where I've run into bugs on both of the Empire bomber missions. Von Reg actually kind of reminds me of the character in that the TIE bomber character in the TIE bomber pilot in the YouTube anime. Nope. I just hate this because it seems to take forever. Did I miss one? Okay, I guess I did miss. You know, I always considered TIE bombers to be the chill dudes of the Empire. Because when you think about it, the TIE bombers only showed up in one scene in the movies. And they were showing up when they were trying to hunt for the Millennium Falcon in the asteroid field. I mean, how stupid would that be to drop bombs on an asteroid? I mean, I guess you could possibly hit something, but I'm just imagining, you know, kind of similar to the whole why am I sweeping the flight deck when it's raining? And I'm just imagining Imperial pilots being like, why do you want me to drop bombs on a rock? It's like, well, there's a really tiny ship there. It's like, well, that's a asteroid field that is, you know, millions and millions of, you know, miles across. What are the odds that I drop a bomb on it? Oh, like none. Whatever. You know, you're getting paid either way. That would be my. And that's the other thing too. We didn't really see that many TIE bomber pilots crash, so that's a pretty sweet gig, you know. Drop bombs on rocks. Don't get shot at. Just try not to crash. Okay. 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 We got that. Okay. So almost 2 hours in, and we're in some of the later missions. Yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm probably gonna go with that one. Okay. Just in case. This mission isn't particularly hard, but it is annoying and kind of long. At least it feels long to me. But 11, yep, 11, 12. So yeah, we've got this one, 11, 12, 13, 14 left. See, I mean, delivering vengeance is, eh. See that all these guys have anger issues. I think you get. I think it's easier to be better at this when you actually kind of relax a bit. Oh, dude. Now, that's another reason I don't like scanning. I want to shoot. Okay. Moofs. I really just try to blow them up before they get close, but okay. I don't even know what I'm scanning. Uh, Okay. If you actually destroy this too early, you can end the game. And not in a good way either. Oop. Nope. Well, that was my bad. Even on story difficulty, that can... You can't actually destroy this too early. Oh, there we go. Okay, so as to not lose any more time, that actually didn't really lose me all that much because I was pretty near the checkpoint anyway. But if you've noticed, I've already put a dent in that frigate. If I actually destroy it before it gets here, it soft locks the game. So to be honest, even though I did blow up accidentally, that's probably for the best because I get excited wanting to blow this guy up, but you really shouldn't do it too early. There we go. Whoa. It's very Neo. I don't know where the exit of the level is. And well, I think we're making pretty good time. We've only got 12, 13, 14. Because 12 is one of my least favorite levels. But hopefully it doesn't take too long. Use the mouse for that for a second. I was turning the wrong way. Go. Okay. Still got the really epic music playing for some reason. Okay, so this is the U-wing. Um, every squadron, I think, would do really well. Would do really well to have a support craft with you because they can do things like make the they can grant stealth to the squadron. They can deploy tactical shields. Okay, so all that was waiting. That's another reason I'm not. This entire mission is pretty much just waiting. Uh, I feel like that's frustrating because like it's not the U-wing's fault that its mission isn't the most fun. And maybe you would enjoy this mission. Um, I know. Now they come for the comsats in order. On Ace difficulty, I would definitely launch shields against them for them all. I mean, I did just now, but Ace is really important. Um, the enemy is not going to get through comsat one in this level on this difficulty, but this is one of the few times I actually parked my ship just to get through this level. Okay. Okay. Please on the level. 'Cause- Uh, come on. Do it fast. Okay. And we're good. Okay. Last two levels here. Let's see. I think the world record's about 2 hours and 40 minutes, so let's see how we do. Come on. Okay. This mission was a heck of a thing to try to get through. Let me check my loadout. Repair system. Yeah. This should do it. And my recording has actually stayed pretty solid this whole time. I haven't been noticing all the snaps, crackles, and pops. Okay. This mission actually has a like a little thing of a freeze for just a moment. That's okay. Okay. Well, I know it is. Like I said, these guys kind of have some anger issues, but I do think Von Reg is pretty cool. And now we got another signal. Okay. Well, now I am a bit ahead of the game right now. Yep. Yeah, this is where I kind of the game isn't frozen. For some reason, it seems to like load both sections of the map separately. Okay. Well, let's see. Uh, yeah, it's good. Okay. About to release a gravity burst. A miss or missile, I guess. A bullet. Uh, there's still another portion of this level. I gotta shoot down Lyndon. When you're playing on story mode, you don't actually need to escape. This is just a time to wait. Yeah, there is a bit more steering involved on higher difficulties. Okay, skip the cutscene, man. I want to see how quick I can go. I want to shoot down the dude. There we go. There we go. That was pretty quick. Okay. Now we're on the last mission of the game. Unfortunately, not going to talk to my squadron too much, but I get to use an A-Wing for the last mission. And I am doing pretty good on time, I gotta say. So let's see. Primary repair rockets. Got it. First thing is, let's go blow up a Star Destroyer really quick. And that's the other problem. There's a lot of waiting in this mission. I'm going to try to go fast. I don't think it's 20 minutes long, but we'll see. Oop, little, I'm getting a little bit of lag on some of the controls here. Oh, yep. It's all epic and fiery. I do. This is a pretty good conclusion to a Star Wars game. I think both campaigns end as best they could. This is. Ow, ow. Ow. Ah, ah. Ooh, there we go. That was. Okay. That wasn't quite as well as I wanted it to go, but it's pretty good. Okay. Well, I'm getting a little bit of skip, but it's happening in the game too. Slowing down a bit, but we're almost done. I'll admit, I kind of think it's a little cheesy. It's a little bit like Pop on the Cloud coming to save Fox and Star Fox 64. Jinden's still there somehow, but whereas that was kind of done a little artistically, I don't know how he survived crashing into it, but you know, maybe he ran into like netting. So the Starhawk is firing its big tractor beam. Dude. I kind of lost count. I'm pretty sure I would be like a super massive mega ace. I think you get ace after you get like 3 or 4 kills. Because in because I think most of Star Wars is at least the dogfight sequences are kind of based off of like World War II uh, dogfighting. Like obviously we already have AI that are computer targeting computers that work better than this in real life. Um, you shouldn't need to see a target to shoot it, but um, like World War II aces probably would not shoot down several thousand fighters in one mission. That's might be a little ridiculous, but sci-fi it works a lot easier. Oh, I think. Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, there's going to be two cruisers. Oh, another thing I like about this versus TIE Fighter, obviously when you're shooting at enemies like this, you may miss and hit some of your own ships. And TIE Fighter, they are about as forgiving as you would expect the Empire to be. They kind of return fire and blow you up right away. Okay, one more. Yeah, I like that attitude, Gunny. That's cool. All right. I need to get there fast. Now just shoot people until the time runs out. That's the thing. Just kind of let go, trust her. That's the thing. Was it Obi-Wan always told Luke to trust his instincts, and yet they try to act like Force is unemotional. I think emotions are. I mean, I'm kind of just flying on instinct. I'm not really. I can't describe how it is that I'm doing what I'm doing that well. I just kind of have the feel of this. There's a reason I like the A-Wing the best. I have the best feel for it. I said it's hard to describe. I like the speed. I like the maneuverability. And it just feels better to fly than the X-Wing, even though the X-Wing is, iconic. Okay. Okay, and then we've got the last sequence of the game. Hopefully I don't die. Oh, I almost got you. Ow. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go. Got to outrun it. I actually don't want to go too fast, or I'm going to outrun Lyndon. You got it, Frisk. You can do this. Ah! Oh, I didn't expect that to happen. Okay. All right. Ah. There we go. Almost. I'm on time. As long as nothing horrible happens here, we might actually finish this. Bong. Okay. Ooh. You got it. I don't hope they don't talk too long, and I hope I don't wreck any more than I already have. Uh, was it 2 hours 42 minutes? And I'm at 2:37. I had. Oh, there we go. We got it. All right, guys. Let's see what the final time is. So Project Starhawk is only just beginning. I have beaten this a few times enough to memorize some of the lines. Three and boom. 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 56 seconds. Woo! Yeah, my Duffin is in here with me, and he's smiling and cute. I'm happy. So, what? This is going in the video. Just being quiet, but uh, oh, that was fun and emotional. So, that was the main storyline of Star Wars Squadrons. Peace. thing is, like I said, both campaigns end on a high note for the respective characters. I mean, it's as good as you can get for an Empire victory without breaking the lore, and I genuinely enjoyed my time with Vanguard Squadron. As much as I enjoy TIE Fighter, I never really got attached to wingmates. But Frisk and Keo are awesome. Grace could have used a few more lines, and Gunny has that that accent. So I'll wrap up this video and stop the recording for now. But thanks for joining. I hope the moderators at speedrun.com appreciate that I've tried as hard as I can to get better recordings than some of my first ones. But ooh, I really like that Prime helmet. Okay. Um, yeah. So this has been Kara Stadlin. Kind of excited. That was a world record, as long as no one else has beaten it in the last couple months. And that does wonders for confidence. So maybe next time when I'm doing it on Ace and getting really angry and tempted to curse, that's when I'll put my webcam on and see how it goes. But it's been fun. Let's close this out. And thanks for watching.